Remember all the movies that you've watched, all the dead bodies that you've seen. Throw everything away. It was a real dead body. Looks nothing like it. Just a few years ago, I was laid off from my first job. I started working retail at some store close by. That morning was particularly bad. Everybody was inattentive, all the customers were extremely annoying, and nothing was going my way. I just turned 21. Yeah, right after college, I was supposed to use the few connections that I made in school to get this job. I was grateful for that. But the fact that you lay me off after just 3 months, that will be something that I will touch on in another video. Everything was going badly and I was just ready to let go. I had made friends with a lady, a bartender actually, at a bar close by. I went there and she's the one person that I could lament most of my issues to. My parents were no-go. They didn't understand most things that were happening with me, and this lady was close to my age. We had a few drinks, a few shots together. I bought for her actually. Even though she didn't assist, I was just giving her extra tips. That's what I meant by that. Giving her tips for the shots that she was giving me, and she was just there listening to all the crap I had to say. And the last drink that she gave me was stronger than anything else that she had given me that day. And I was truly wasted. To be blunt, I had just taken 2 shots before she gave me that last one. I'm a lightweight. The moment I take anything, and I'm gone. She was going to tell someone to send me home. A guy close by, also a good friend of mine. But a lady had just come in, and I don't know what was going on. I decided to try and make my shots with someone I didn't know. And this lady also looked kind of odd. What am I trying to do with this one? But I still went there, and when the moment I just started speaking, she told me that she had a husband. At that point, I think that's where I blacked out, because after that, until I saw what I spoke about in the beginning, I did not remember what happened. I was speaking to her, actually started trying to take her bag so that she will follow me. It's one of the reasons why I've stopped drinking as much. Because if I could do this to someone that I didn't even know, and in my real life, I would never do that. I'm extremely cautious and make sure that nothing that I ever do puts someone in harm's way. Something I'm proud about. This lady told me that she was married and her husband was just using the washroom and was going to come in. I didn't care. All these things I'm narrating right now was from the video that I watched. I was still trying to take her bag. I ran out. I came in, was waving at her. At that point, she was crying. Her husband had just come, and the guy was not ready to hear it one bit. He rushed to me and punched me in the face. I went outside and just started weeping my eyes out. I didn't know what had come over me. I think everything that had been going on up to that point just came to a head. And maybe for some reason, it's like I wanted to get punched. Maybe I wanted to experience a little bit of pain. That would have made me feel a little better, but took it in. I was crawling on the floor. This is so melodramatic. The video was so melodramatic. Why would I just be crawling on the floor of a bar? Crawling on the floor of a bar. But I was doing that. I walked towards the dumpster and I saw a wallet on the floor. And I thought that, wow, my lucky day. Of all these acts of bad luck that I've had, I'm finally going to have something go right for me one time. I took the wallet, nothing was inside. I held it. When I did, I realized that no, this thing I'm touching is flesh-like. I pulled it again, and that's when I saw a man, his face blue. Yikes! And unconscious. I went to check his pulse to see if there was anything that I could do for him. It was something that had just happened. I could get him the help that he needed. No. This man was dead. And there's a difference between seeing it in a picture and seeing it in real life. The stench. What I remember was the dumpster being really filthy. But when I was able to uncover the body, because this body was covered with some rubbish around. The stench that hit my face was so strong, so immense. I nearly cried. But instead of crying, as a crybaby that I was, I started screaming. The alarm bells went off. Woo, 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 woo. I rushed back into the bar, and before this lady could drive me off again, that was the bartender, and also she was going to call some security men. For them, I was actually speaking gibberish in the video when I saw it in the camera. I think I still at that point didn't remember what I was doing. Then she gave me some drinks to drink. I don't know. I think some kind of hangover cure. Well, it wasn't really a hangover, but it suppressed what I was going through, the mental breakdown. And they called the police. So many people came around to see the crime scene, and I was one of the main observers, even though I didn't really see anything. They went to check the camera, and they didn't see anything. The only thing that they were able to see was some man bringing out some rubbish. But when you see the video of the man bringing out the rubbish, there was no human being. A human being couldn't have been in it. So what they were thinking, and I actually don't know what's happening, because the whole incident traumatized me. I didn't want to get close. I know that was kind of cowardly of me, but I didn't want to get close to it again. But I heard through the grapevines is that he had some kind of drug issue. His body was pumped with, and he might have had a heart attack or some other underlying issue caused his death. But imagine someone that had a life. He was young. That guy was young. If anything, I'll ballpark it to be 30 years old. A 30-year-old white man, good looking. He looked like someone that had things going on for him. He was tall. Everything. He wasn't chopped. That's what I'm trying to say. And still, the life could still take over him, and you have such a bad ending. When you realize how short our time on this earth is, honestly. It's why I even changed the format of my videos right now. And I'll be doing these things for us. I don't want you to see my face. Well, you don't see my face right now. Trust me, you don't. You will most likely unsubscribe or not come back to me. But it puts into perspective how short a time that we have on this earth. So you shouldn't be scared of doing what you want to do. Don't be. Well, I'm sure not. Sooner or later, I know things will take a turn for the good. I can't say the better, but is the better really a good term to put this life that you're living? We'll see. There's no morals. The moral story is just to chase your dreams. Just cross your fingers that if you see a dead body, to be from a distance, not close to you. But I sometimes see some people and they remind me of that guy so much. I went to go to therapy to unpack what I experienced that day. Maybe if I get a better job, because right now I'm going to the ringer still. Thank you so much for watching.